Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And this video is about the weekly tarot reading for the period August 25th to August 31st, 2025. It's Capricorn turn now, and probably you're here because of your sun sign, Capricorn sun sign. Which reading obviously is going to show you what is going to happen to you, but listening to your moon sign is also very important because the moon sign reading will give you idea how those happenings are going to make you feel. And the rising sign, from another hand, is going to tell you what is going to be the best way to handle your stuff around. So listening to your three major signs, not just only going to broaden up the reading for you, but also is going to give a personal touch to your week. So with that said, the first card for you, Capricorn, it's your card, the Devil. The Devil in Tarot represents Capricorn, followed by Temperance here, which is the second card. Third one for you, Capricorn, it is a Two of Cups. And the last one, that will be Knight of Wands. And it's a pretty strong week for you, my friends. Looking at the cards, I do sense that we're talking about household situation. That is a bit of a stiff statement here, because my girlfriend is taking her work as a second home. So if she was a Capricorn, that would have applied to her as well, and to your and to her work. So if you are accepting anything that you are accepting as your home, could be considered in that particular case as a household. It's quite of a broad, what was the word? It's quite of a broad meaning to the word in this case of yours. And in that place that you do consider your home, that week is the situation is going to open up in a way that you can accomplish and acquire everything that you basically yearn for, and to satisfy your needs there, and you're not going to be alone in it. Okay, there is going to be a person that it is also considering that place their home, which will side with you and is gonna pretty much work with you. But there is going to be a slight issue in between you two. We are going to get into it in a minute here. But through the energy of the Devil, throughout the week, you will accumulate a lot of influence, but this influence is going to be supported as well with merit. So whatever you say, it will have a lot of truth to it, and basically the people that are involved, your children, co-workers, again, if you consider your work home, or your friends, if you do consider your social circle a homey type environment, we're not going to have any other choice but to agree with it. Simple as that. And this state, I hope that is not going to happen to you, but this state could make people cocky and kind of like make them to hold their chin high from a pride and ego, and look down upon others from a high horse, which is something that you should definitely avoid. And the reason for it is the second card of your reading here. That is Temperance. You wonder how to resolve a particular issue of yours, or how a certain undertaking is going to develop, or whether or not your hopes and dreams can bear fruit, and how that is to happen. Well, for that, you can order a personal reading from my website, which link you can see in the description down below, and as well in your front screens right now. And there at the very front page, you can see a full list of my services and also their pricing. And based on your budget and also your needs, you can go for whichever one suits you best. Now, with that said, let's get right back to your forecast. And it falls in a position what is going to work against you and against your development, or and against your development. And this is the the resistance that you are going to put toward everyone else's input on the matter. And it will look like, it may not be true, but it will look like you aren't respecting them, you aren't respecting their opinion, you aren't respecting their feelings, you aren't respecting in general, you know, their involvement into the matter, and that you are pushing toward your own way rather than to seek a you know, balanced and well-found measures how to proceed with acquiring these or satisfying these needs of yours to take place. And let me give you a slight example here. Let's say that you are planning to make some renovations in your home, and while your spouse may not agree with it at first, this week you bring a real merit and real arguments to it, so your spouse will have no other choice but to agree with you, although they will have some suggestions. And throwing in those suggestions, because you already won the argument, okay, you may deflect them in a way that is not going to be liked by your spouse, and that will only going to hurt them. Just an example, very, very simple one. And just before I move to the third card, this behavior of yours is very likely, if you adopt it though, is very likely to extinguish whatever compassion and whatever solidarity it is within the relationship for a certain period of time. The third card shows what can work in your favor and what is going to work in your favor. That is if you do lean to it. And this is the complete opposite of the second card, because the Two of Cups, it does represent in that particular case a equal involvement, right? You involve yourself into the matter. If we are following the example, the renovation, allow your spouse, or if you are living with your parents, allow your parents to involve themselves in it as well. You are going to have that power and influence to rather guide them than force your opinion and to force your solution. And that is something that they will appreciate further down the road very, very much. And that behavior, contrary to the first one, will open that relationship for everyone involved in it. I mean, so you will become more close to each other, you are going to unite, there will be no kind of like shyness and ego in it, and there will be no people simply are not going to hold back feelings, emotions, opinions as well, and everybody is going to feel like they matter, and that's the point for that week. And towards the end of the week itself, we do have the Knight of Wands, which is the manifesting card. At that point, you will require some help from, you know, these people that you're going to be involved in, or that person that you're going to be involved in concerns your household. That may not be a major help about something, okay? I'm not saying that you will be with your back against the wall. It could be a help with something small, but nonetheless, you will need a certain help. And depends on your behavior, will determine how this help is going to be provided, and whether this help is going to create a lot of passion and a lot of drive through which you can truly resolve the matter at hand and push your situation further, push your development further until you see it through to the very end. Or the help is going to be just, you know, completely unassuming, and it will be there just so it can be said that it is a helping hand, and leave you out hanging, leaving you out dry to try to overcome the predicament. I do think that it's going to be a small one, but nonetheless, to overcome the predicament on your own and toil with the whole matter on your own. All right, so that was your weekly reading. Hopefully you do enjoyed it, you do liked it. And if you have, then you can subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment on the video as well if you feel the need to do so. And if you think that this video can help someone you know, then you can share it with them as well. We may see each other next time, guys and girls, and until then, bye.